Everyone. Welcome to Paris. Welcome to NFT Paris 2023. It's obviously a pleasure, an honor to be here with you today with this beautiful Eiffel Tower behind us. 130 years in the making, 300 million people who visited it. And at the very beginning, when it was created, fierce opposition of people who doubted its feasibility and opposed its artistic value. And still, it was built, and it's still here today. So it's a great testimony of human creativity and also a message for all of us that even in the face of adversity, we can thrive. Today, we're going to talk about the era of self-owned data. And so I have a little video to share with you. The internet has become a maze, okay? At the beginning, this was supposed to be an open, peer-to-peer, completely decentralized infrastructure. And we ended up with privacy issues, data leaks, monopolies, and centralization. So we need a new thread to regain control on our digital journey. And this thread is a digital asset. Thanks to the properties of the blockchain, thanks to scarcity, thanks to true ownership, we as users are going to be able to own our data. This is what we call self-owned data. And I'm going to try to explain today what that's going to mean and what that's going to change. With true ownership and self-owned data, what is going to happen is a major shift and transformation of the entire digital economy. With every one of us, everyone outside, being in control of their digital journey. So we could wonder, how long is that going to take? If you look at the projections of users in Web3, we are following exactly the same track that internet followed. This curve are absolutely mind-blowing. You see the number of wallets growing exactly at the same pace of the number of internet users back in the days. So we would be today somewhere around 2002, okay, with 100 million users, something more. And if this correlation continues, we will have 1 billion users in something like 7 years, which means 7 years to onboard 900 million people. Which would also mean that there would be no acceleration. And as you know, everything that happened after internet went faster. Mobile commerce, everything at some point saw a hockey stick. And the curve of the adoption of the internet is very linear. So to make this work, and when that will happen progressively, what's going to happen is that wallets are going to become central in absolutely any digital experience. So let me compare a wallet to something physical. I think a wallet is exactly like a backpack in the physical life, but for the digital life. The backpack is truly yours, okay? It's not owned by anyone. You put whatever you want in it, anything you need to, just deal with your physical life. You can decide to show things, to hide things. If you lose it in the subway, no one is going to get it back to you. And we are used to that. We don't drop our backpack anywhere. And so wallets will have the same properties. You'll put everything you need for your digital life, and you'll have to be careful not to lose it somewhere. So we'll have to learn new things. We'll have to learn to secure this data that we truly own. But to the contrary of backpacks, wallets are natively connected. You can today connect them to any decentralized application. Tomorrow, you'll be able to connect them when you get into a store, when you get into an event, which obviously you can't do with a backpack. And so what are we going to put in this wallet? Well, we're going to put everything that requires a proof to improve our digital presence. So, for example, our diploma will be a token. Maybe, Mr. Minister, our driving license will be a token, our carte grise, our social security card, anything that we need to use to prove something online, will use this technology. The thing we buy will also be in the form of tokens. We will have a digital closet with all the things we've purchased, the ability to resell them easily, to access services based on physical goods, all of that very easily from a digital interface. But then something that we might not feel right now, and that's going to change everything, we'll also have our network within our wallet. We'll have our connections. Think about the way social apps work today. You have a community here, a community there. You can't gather that anywhere. You can't move that anywhere. You can't, I can't bring my Instagram followers here. And that's going to change the way we interact with people, but also the way we grow and act as human beings within the digital space. I'll come back to that. New kinds of member cards will exist with interoperable loyalty infrastructures where you're able to show something somewhere that you earn somewhere else and get value and recognition. So all of that secured, self-owned, within the palm of your hand, within your wallet. And so wallets and tokens are going to become the new social and interest graph, with a big difference. This one is owned and controlled by us, by users. So think about the wallet as the future of your internet profile. Wallets will be profiles. And if wallets will be profiles, that will mean that we'll probably follow other wallets and be connected to other wallets, and we'll be able to build communities based on what we own, of what we believe in, our values, the things we like, and obviously the people we interact with. So obviously, we're going to need a little upgrade to make this work properly, because I don't think any one of us wants to have our entire life displayed in public. The properties and openness and auditability of the blockchain are amazing, but when it comes to sharing everything with everyone, it's not going to be okay. So badges, proofs of humanity, zero knowledge will allow us to add this layer of safety and privacy on this open infrastructure that will make it livable and okay for us as users. So the impact is going to be huge, and the impact is going to be huge for brands and creators. Okay, because if you think about the way it works today, all the digital connections are basically intermediated. It's like if it's a giant wholesale market of digital relationships. You have to talk to your followers through any social app. But when all of that is going to be disintermediated, brands are going to be able to build direct connections with their users and with their communities in the digital space with no middlemen, to build social graphs around products, communities, culture. And that's going to have a huge impact. That's going to have a huge impact on their business, because they will be able to interact with users based on what truly matters for them, on what they truly want, on what they want to show or not. And thanks to these new layers of capability to hide and show, we will be able to have a profile that is the profile we want to display. And that will enable us, as users, to decide how we want to connect, with who, and under which conditions. Maybe one day some entrepreneurs will propose a new social app where the algorithm promotes diversity, positive speech, and that is more aligned with our values, and we'll just connect our wallet there and bring our community and start engaging around something that is more aligned with what we believe in. So that's a new era also for growth and development in this digital space that is so wild today. This empowerment of any one of us in the digital space will not only change business, it will change the way apps and social communities are built, regaining and regiving the power to consumers, but also reimagining the value distribution between brands, users, and enablers. At some point, you might decide, what is it worth to talk to me? What is the condition for me to listen to something or to watch something? So the first impact in terms of business and actual cost and actual economy is actually going to be on costs, okay? Today, how much does that cost to be in contact with someone? to reach a new user, to generate a sale, to generate a repeat sale. Why is that so expensive? It is so expensive because it is owned by a couple monopolies who decide the rule. So if you're a creator or a brand, the first thing that's going to change is the lowering of your access to your market. Then obviously, another massive impact is going to be on the creation of new models. New models in which, new models in which you can interact differently with your community. New models in which you share the value, you co-create, and you have people who are more than users, more than members, they are actors of what you do and what you create as a brand. Obviously, new revenues and new revenue streams will emerge. Yes, people will sell digital things, but it's also the beginning of an economy of service, of membership. It's the ground foundation for circularity and completely new ways to generate revenues around product and services. So all of that is a massive impact on business, that's for sure. That's going to change and have, and all of that without any abuse on our personal data, with the guarantee that we control our data the way we want, we show what we want, we hide what we want. So that is what's actually happening in the space, you know, and this is the era of self-owned data, an era where all these barriers and all these intermediations, centralization, privacy, monopolies, and data leaks disappear progressively to let the space to a direct connection between users, what they like, the creators they want to be in touch with. No go-between, no third-party data, the era of a new kind of data, a zero-party data, truly owned in the palm of your hand. And so that's, you know, at the beginning of these 2 days, that's what I would like you to have in mind and think. You know, this is actually more than NFTs. This is more than art. This is more than luxury. This is more than utility. This is about digital freedom. This is about collectively going out of this maze and regaining control on what we do in the digital space. So welcome to the era of self-owned data. So I'm Pierre-Nicolas Hurstel. I'm the CEO of Arianee. And Arianee is a reference to the Greek mythology. In the Greek mythology, Arianee is going to give a thread to Theseus, who is stuck in a maze trying to escape the Minotaur. Arianee is in love with Theseus, obviously. And thanks to this thread, Theseus will escape, leave the maze, and survive. We believe internet is a maze. We see the thread as a digital asset, and we want people to be free in the internet space. Have a wonderful conference. Thank you very much. Happy NFT Paris.